Brad Pitt has not been seen on the big screen in a movie since he starred as an emotionally scared astronaut in the 2019's Space Odyssey Ad Astra. But the 57-year-old ex-husband of Angelina Jolie is back in action. The Oscar-winning Pitt has a hilarious cameo in the 2022 film The Lost City, which dropped its first official trailer on Thursday morning. Pitt plays a very skilled rescuer with long blonde hair and a deep tan who dresses in army green clothing. He flashes on the screen when he is tasked with saving kidnapped novelist Loretta Sage, played by Sandra Bullock. She has been taken by duplicitous billionaire Fairfax, Daniel Radcliffe, who hopes she can lead him to the treasures described in her newest novel. Standing on the sidelines is Loretta's cover model for her novels, Alan, played by Channing Tatum, 41. Pitt is seen kicking down guards and jumping like a Matrix villain up poles and into tents. He exudes sex appeal and comes off as a perfect action star. Bullock's writer is immediately wowed by the dashing tough guy Pitt plays and asks why he is so good-looking. "My father was a weatherman," says Pitt's hunk in a hilarious moment. Brad has turned his attention to producing in the past several years. He was behind The Normal Heart, Selma, The Big Short, War Machine, and Beautiful Boy, and he was the producer of the series The Underground Railroad. Pitt won an Oscar for starring opposite Leonardo DiCaprio in the Quentin Tarantino movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The film synopsis for Lost City sounds a bit like Romancing the Stone. Her cover model, who has devoted himself completely to embodying her book's protagonist comes to her rescue after she is kidnapped in order to prove he is just as much of a hero in real life as the character he portrays on her book covers. Sandra is not exactly dressed to get her hands dirty in a plunging sequin jumpsuit, but that doesn't stop her from throwing herself into adventure in new images from the film. The trailer opens with Sandra writing one of her romance novels before she gets frustrated and jumps in the bathtub with an iced glass of white wine. She is then told she has to do a press tour for her new book with the book cover model, played by Tatum. The stunning but shy writer is then kidnapped by a mega-rich man, Radcliffe, and told she must lead him to the treasures in the Lost City. When Tatum's model learns the novelist he admires has been abducted, he springs into action to rescue her as he wants to prove he is more than a pretty face. Next he is seen landing in front of the tent where she has been tied up, but she is not impressed because he does not have much of a rescue plan. Things do not seem to be going too well for the two as they have trouble climbing a cliff and their getaway car falls down a mountain. Then out of nowhere pops Pitt, who is like a super action hero as he knocks out the guards UFC style and unties Bullock. When she asks why he is so handsome, Pitt's rescue operative delivers the hilarious line, "My father was a weatherman," as Channing clearly gets jealous. On Wednesday, official photos for the movie were released. In one image, Brad and Channing rush Sandra away from a massive explosion on a wheelbarrow. Sandra sits on a chair placed inside the wheelbarrow as Brad pushes her away from the inferno and Channing grabs her leg. Daniel is also seen channeling Fairfax as he sets off on adventure with Loretta and Alan on a boat. With one foot placed on the bow of the ship, Daniel guides the way with a silver lantern in hand. Loretta and Alan look uneasy as they sit behind him. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Sandra and Channing refrained from saying much about Fairfax, but the actress assured everyone will get their minds blown over the character. "Has so crazy handsome and devious," she said, adding, "I don't know how to explain him. But you wouldn't think that he plays sinister so beautifully and calmly and in such an attractive way. Has going to really surprise people." Brad also blew everyone away with his cameo in the film, which was shot over the course of 4 days. Brad joined the movie after Sandra was persuaded by their mutual hairstylist Janine Thompson to appear in his 2022 movie The Bullet Train in exchange for him working in her comedy The Lost City. Sandra and Channing agreed he stole the spotlight, and we let him. "He just came in, and he tore it up. Has really funny," Bullock said. "He came in and played a certain character that fits into this weird world, and just signed up for it completely and wholly. I've met him, but to get to work with him was a whole different thing. I couldn't focus. It was really an out-of-body experience in a lot of ways." The Lost City will be released in theaters on March 25, 2022.